Boston College together. And Casey lived on my floor, and if I hadn't met Casey that year at school, I probably would have gotten a 4.0. But instead, I met her and we had some fabulous adventures. So who needs a 4.0, right? Anyway, so I've known her for about 12 years now. And over the course of those 12 years, I've seen her date a lot of guys. Okay, a lot of guys. And, you know, in all that time, there's really only been one guy that I really could have seen Casey be with for the rest of her life. And unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Totally kidding, Tom. Actually, if you know Casey as well as I do, if you're fortunate to know her the way that I do, what you know is that she is a very sensitive woman of few words, but a lot of feelings and a lot of authenticity. And Tom is the first guy that I really feel has appreciated Casey the way she deserves to be appreciated. And I had a conversation with Tom like a long time ago, like a year ago, more than a year ago, and he knew from the get-go that he wanted to marry Casey. And Casey was the one that was, you know, wanting to wait and being a little bit more hesitant. And I just thought, that's the kind of guy that she deserves to be with. Someone who knows right away, someone who knows how lucky he is. And so the only words of wisdom that I want to share with you as you begin your journey is, don't forget how lucky that you are to have one another, because people search their whole lives to find what you guys have. So wake up every morning and appreciate each other, even when it's not the first thing on your mind. Try to make it worthy and try to make each other number one. I love you guys.
Thank you, Molly. Mine's not going to be that heartfelt or sincere. Sensitive. Forewarning to everybody. First, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Dooner. His name is Dooner. I met him at Dooner in college, and he will forever be known as Dooner. Well, he's taught me a lot of things in the past couple of years, or a few years, whatever, decades I've known you, unfortunately. And he's taught me a lot of things about his loves. Casey's one of his many loves he has. One of his first true loves was beer, I believe. Cruising through the dorms and everything. He would just drink and drink, and we'd say, oh, that's great, and then he decided to kind of go on this self-prohibition act of reference 1998, I believe, in the dorms where you chose not to drink, but you would drink Busch non-alcoholic, like maybe like a whole 12-pack at once. So the way you would extract that 0.001% of alcohol from all those cans of beer, just the same that like a ton of coal has been pressured over years and years to get that done for Casey. So that's one of his first true loves. His second true love, he used to drive this big, pretty truck back in school. Kind of similar to Casey, hardworking, dependable. But similar to Casey, they're both lacking a significant accessory, a gun rack, I believe. So, Casey, I'm glad to say, you don't need a gun rack, but the truck he used to drive through the school with, he kind of would have the Confederate flag waving and just blast through the city. So anyway, and now that Dooner and Casey are together, it's kind of nice to see that, he found someone that could actually emasculate him. Because I'm pretty sure she makes more money than you, and she works less hours. So, great job for trying to find him to kind of work for you. As we near, I want to leave this summary with, some great words of wisdom Dooner has imparted to me and all his friends, from his hometown. Everyone raise their glasses. Congratulations, and the last few words I have for him is only in Maynard.
Yeah!